Looking to build out a sprawling cavern complex, but you're not sure where to start? The Delver set of DungeonMorph dice may be just the thing you need. These are the DungeonMorph dice, Delver set. Talked about DungeonMorph dice before. These are a little different from the other ones. The other one's focused on cities and towns and kind of conventional dungeons. These are cavern-centric dice. So you get 6 dice. Each of them is about an inch across. And on each face, you'll find a variety of different features. So we've got tunnels and caves. We've got water. We've got some larger cave areas with some rubble, overlapping tunnels. Then we also have some finished areas. So like this one here has, I don't know what this is. I guess you can find out. There's a secret door, presumably. That's what the S is for. Some pillars, a statue over here, maybe. And then you also have kind of the very finished structure, even more finished areas over here. This is probably a bridge over into a formal dungeon. And then we've got another sort of die that opens up into a larger, perhaps cavern area? I don't know. So there's a lot of different small features on these. This one actually has what appears to be some kind of a rift, just a, shaft going down into the ground. This one's a corridor with a bunch of little pillars down the middle of it. That doesn't say trap. And the idea is you could use them in a couple of different ways. One, you could just simply do what I was doing at the beginning of the video. You just take them up, roll them, see what you got, and then, come up with your dungeon. You can also just use them as inspiration. A lot of times I'll do a little bit of a mix. I'll throw the dice to see what I get. Then I'll just start riffing on that idea, and I might add in some other dice. By way of example, here is the earlier dungeon dice that I got. This is another sort of cavern system dice set. I can just easily mash them up with the ones that I already have, which is pretty cool. Or I could bring in the more conventional dungeon dice. And there's maybe a transition area here. This part goes off into the regular dungeon, or rather the regular cavern area. And then we can build out our regular dungeon, conventional castle-centric dungeon. Who knows? Over here. And then, oh, wait, maybe there's a crypt. These are my crypt dice. All in all, it's really handy dice. I love how these things look. When I'm using them, I'm really using them as inspiration rather than a one-to-one match with whatever the heck it is I'm drawing. So I find them great for just kind of riffing off ideas and coming up with, well, geez, I'm stuck. What should this cavern look like? Because I have a tendency to, as a human, just kind of make things very regular. And caverns don't necessarily work that way. These dice help add some randomness to it. I think they're working out really well for my purposes, which is building out the deep crawl portion of my dungeon for my lunchtime campaign. People have asked before, how do the dice hold up? Pretty good. I haven't had any problems with wear on these, and I've had the older dice for quite some time. I keep them in a plano case like this so that they're not just running around in my dice bag getting all beat up. This prevents them from rolling too much, and I think it's helped keep them going. Have questions about the dice? Leave a comment or email us at podcast@lairofsecrets.com.